In a world where fairways meet the airwaves, where birdies and banker collide, welcome to the show that takes you beyond the clubhouse and onto the green. This is Balls and Tees, your passport to the golfing universe, where every swing tells a story and every putt has its punchline. Get ready to step onto the lush greens and dive into the world of divots, drives, and delightful banter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is the one and only Tony Tone, the magician, the boy with a lot of flair. And yes, I am a classic man. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Balls and Tees. As I usually say, this is the only place to be when it comes to golf talk. And we are here every single Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Whether you're abroad or you're here, you can stream us on Spotify. We are on Amazon. We are actually on YouTube as well because we've got video segments. So please go to YouTube, look for Balls and Tees, and then you will find us. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who just recently joined us and those who don't know the flow of the show, it's very simple. The only thing that I'm going to do is to ask you to please stand up from where you are, get yourself an ice cold glass of water, because when the magician speaks, it gets extremely hot. But it's going to get hotter today because I am joined by, I won't even say the name, but I'll tell you, I am joined by a beautiful lady, very, very competitive, number one. Number two, we're going to have a blast. So I hope you're ready for us. So let's go for that 2-minute break. Get yourself that ice cold glass of water, and then we will do what we got to do.
In a world where fairways meet the airwaves, where birdies and banker collide, welcome to the show that takes you beyond the clubhouse and onto the green. This is Balls and Tees, your passport to the golfing universe, where every swing tells a story and every putt has its punchline. Get ready to step onto the lush greens and dive into the world of divots, drives, and delightful banter.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is still the one and only Tony Tone. As you know, I am the voice of Balls and Tees. I am Balls and Tees, but I can tell you something. I am golf because I know so much about golf that I don't even know anymore what I know about golf. That's very confusing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I promised you a heated show, and right now, if I was to give you an explanation of my view, I will say it's heavenly. I'm currently in heaven because I am sitting at the clubhouse of Eagle Canyon, and wow, it's taking my breath away. But apart from the course itself taking my breath away, like I said, I am graced by a beautiful lady here, very competitive, by the name, I need drum rolls for this one, by the name Caesar Mutsunyane, and she is the Mrs. South Africa 2025 semi-finalist. Caesar, how do you do?
Hello. I'm doing great, and yourself? And thank you for having me.
Awesome. And you know what? I just want to say before we get into the crux of the matter, listen, let me start off by extending my gratitude for you to take the time to meet up with me and have this chat on a golf podcast where I don't think you've played golf, but I believe we'll be having a lot of chats about golf, and let's see how we can get you hooked to the spot. But before then, please, Caesar, by all means, I didn't do your name justice when I introduced you. I need you to please reintroduce yourself to our audience. Tell them who Caesar is, what's happening in Caesar space, and when is Caesar going to start playing golf?
Sure. The pressure is on. I am Caesar Mutsunyane, Mrs. South Africa semi-finalist 2025. I'm a mother of 3, a daughter of 2 struggle veterans, and I have to say that since we've just celebrated, Freedom Day and so forth. So yes, I pride myself in saying I am the queen of anti-toxicity. I stand on business. I believe in humanity, and that with everybody looking at each other from a human space, we could actually turn this world to a better place. So that's who I am. And you mentioning that you love the space that we are in. It's the first time I sit at a clubhouse, actually overlooking the golf. Is it the golf terrace? Golf course. It's the first time, and I don't want to lie to you. I am loving the view. I am loving the scenery. I am actually grateful that you have me come here.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from Caesar. She's got an eye for beautiful things, and if she loves the view that she's seeing here, just know, guys, that Tony is melting on the ground. This view is phenomenal. But Caesar, okay, now let's get into the crux of the matter. Mrs. South Africa.
Yes.
So, a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people don't really know much about Mrs. South Africa. People are so used to seeing Miss South Africa, Miss Universe, and all of that. Can you just perhaps break it down for us to say, Mrs. South Africa, what is it about, and what actually got you, or what got your attention to actually join and participate in it?
Okay, so Mrs. South Africa is a platform for women of any different color, race, and you name it, right? It's one of the most inclusive platforms that I've ever actually belonged to. They pride themselves on the community, the platform that they offer, and giving each and every individual the opportunity to be themselves. I mean, the reason why it attracted me or why I decided to participate, it's because there is a story that I want to tell. And so are my fellow sisters as well. Prides itself on sisterhood. So it's purely something that I said and I said, for me to change the narrative of toxic workplaces, there has to be a platform that speaks to women's core, platform that speaks to come as you are. I'm now starting to term it that. It's a come as you are. But what is beautiful is that we often underrate the misses. You know, we often underrate that title. We often underrate the expectation that comes with being a Mrs. somebody. And I truly appreciate this Mrs. South Africa platform because it kind of reminds the women, myself included, of the change catalyst that I am. It reminds me not to sleep on myself. It reminds me to learn how to lean on to other people's strengths because we often think that we've got it all figured out. And then you get to a position where you realize I could actually leverage off somebody else's skills and expertise. And it's something that as you go older, you start realizing things that we were not historically told or taught. Mentorship, sponsorship, you know, putting yourself there, personal branding, understanding what community is. And this platform, more than anything, that's what it talks to. And for me, I mean, I don't know if you want to follow me or you already follow me. You must check from this time last year what my page looked like, what I stood for, how everything looked. I mean, from small stuff like social media, how I presented myself as a brand. And you look at me now, you'd actually realize that there's a lot of investment that goes into this whole process just to make sure that a person takes out themselves and understands their why at the end of the day.
100% Caesar, I really, really like what you're saying. And guess what? As you were saying, follow me. Listen, I stalked you first on Instagram to find out who you are, because I need to prepare myself for the interview, but I forgot to click follow button. Now I follow you, aka Mrs. Motts. 100%. I've got you. Now let's talk about where you find yourself in the competition at the moment. Oh yeah, I don't like using the word competition. I think it's very aggressive.
Yeah.
Where do you find yourself at? Mrs. South Africa semi-finalist 2025. You're very close to the finish line.
So the finish line, I'm halfway the finish line. The next phase is the finalist phase, then the crowning phase, which happens around the November space. So like you said, I also don't like the term competition. We say collaboration is the new competition. When we work together, skill sets and everything comes together. We actually don't look at each other as competitors or competition in a competition. We look at each other and say, what is it that I bring to the table? You know, you become an addition as opposed to a competition. So, yeah.
And I mean, you know, I can just imagine if we were to use the word competition in these pageants, just imagine you're doing your catwalk, and someone decides, like, I'm a dripanyana.
No, I mean, we've seen it, and I think we've watched movies where people have snatched crowns from the ones that have been crowned. I mean, it gets downright ugly, right, and dirty. And honestly speaking, I think the sooner we get rid of the word competition, we would also start becoming better at what we do. Because when you know your craft, nobody else is going to take your craft. You bring your podcast taste to your podcast. Nobody else is going to do what you do. So once you understand that, you realize that in life, the word competitors was overstretched and was overused. If we just start saying, somebody else is doing what I do, but truth of the matter, I'm offering what they don't offer because I'm being me. And that's it.
No, true. And like you said, collaboration. I mean, we need to be open to learning from each other. I think that's the first step, to say, even if someone is doing exactly what you're doing,
Of course.
there's a lot that you can still learn from them. And there's a lot that they can learn from you as well.
100%. I mean, we take it for granted that we actually do not know everything. I mean, I'm here in academia. I would always say I know everything. At home, if you ask me anything about the kids, I know everything. Let me tell you, you've got me to a space where I know nothing, and I am loving that, because it talks to being a lifelong learner. When we say you're a lifelong learner, we're saying you are open to learning things that you wouldn't have learned under normal circumstances. So if I was sitting in my own corner at home, maybe I wouldn't have this experience. So it's one of the things where you put your best foot forward, and you start seeing things happening around you. So yes, thank you for having me.
No. We really appreciate. I mean, for me, it's a matter of how many people I can actually get hooked to golf as well. So you will be part of the stats very soon to say, listen, I got into a golf course through a podcast, and from there I started developing the love. And speaking of which, let's talk about what's happening in your space currently in terms of golf, right? I do understand that Mrs. South Africa 2025 is hosting a golf day at Landauer. What is that about, if I may ask you?
So, Mrs. South Africa is hosting this eventful event of events. So we're hosting this event on the 30th of May. So, Mrs. South Africa, it's their annual event. So this event is proving to be the event what everybody wants to be in. So as a semi-finalist, I will definitely be one of the hosts, because we have balls that we're selling. So we're selling 4 balls. We're selling the water holes and so forth. So that's practically what's happening currently. This event seems to be one way we're going to be meeting the people of the people, the relevant people and so forth. So yes, it's quite exciting to find myself in that space. It's quite exciting to have been given this opportunity to be in the midst of people that are so passionate, people that have immersed themselves into this particular sport. And for a person that doesn't have this particular sporting background, it's one of those things. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited. But more than that, I'm looking forward to seeing the joy it brings a golfer to be on that green grass. Do we call it green grass?
Just green.
Okay, to be on the green.
All right, don't worry. I'll teach you the jargon as we progress with the podcast. But now, I think the key thing is to say, for people to actually buy a 4-ball. I mean, I believe that each participant or each semi-finalist is partaking in this.
Yes.
How do people go about buying that particular 4-ball or sponsoring a hole or whatever?
They engage directly with me. So I am officially the semi-finalist for this particular podcast, right? So you're not having someone else coming next week.
Only Caesar, please. When you think of balls and tees, think of Caesar. Think of the golf day that's coming, and think about how you're going to buy that 4-ball. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Caesar is here to tell you, if you want a 4-ball, please contact her.
Yes.
Directly.
100%.
Don't go through Tony, but you can come through to me. I'll direct you to Caesar.
Yes, please, Tony. The details are on the poster that I'll share with you. They just need to contact me directly, and then we'll make the arrangements from there. Then I can book the slot, and then, I mean, every golfer knows which position they play. I've started seeing the questions. Okay, so you need to tell us what they play and what they're good at and which slot and stuff like that. So it will just be that. The event is happening on the 30th. It includes the dinner as well, the lunch and the dinner. I think the awards as well on the evening at Glendower. So it's gonna be a full day, full of great festivities. We'll have our sponsors there as well, and you get to meet all of the semi-finalists or majority of the semi-finalists at the event, as well as the CEO Joni Jacobs, who is the CEO of Mrs. South Africa herself, as well as her amazing team will all be there.
Now, one key question that I need to ask you, Caesar, and I believe this is a question that a lot of people are either going to ask themselves or they're currently asking it themselves. You're selling them a 4-ball. Will you be part of the 4-ball?
So unfortunately, I wouldn't want to mess up a good thing, right? I will be part of the midst of the supporters or people that are standing there. And I've gotten to learn that I'm not going to be standing there and cheering, because I need to be very silent. But I think my presence might just be bringing Lady Luck to their side.
No, 100%. I agree with you on that one. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That's Caesar. She's saying, come through, contact her. I will post that poster on our socials as well, so that you guys can start buying those 4-balls. Trust me, that's where you're going to meet the who's and who's within the beauty space, within the golfing space, within the business space. But ladies and gentlemen, I've got a few things that I actually want to have a chat with Caesar about, right? Caesar has not been in a golf course. It's her first time. She's loving the view. And I just want to teach her the terminology. Maybe we can just do a quick quiz around the terminology. Perhaps there's a few things that she understands, and I'm just saying she doesn't understand them. So, Caesar, are you ready for my quiz?
Yes.
All right. So, what do we call the apparatus, or should I say the sticks that people use to hit the ball? You should see her. She's just laughing at me because she's like, so simple. All right. We will.
So which ones? The ones that go into the bag?
Yeah, the ones that go into the bag.
Clubs.
Oh, they're the clubs. You see, I told you she knows a bit more about golf. And then, so when you start a hole in golf, right? When you're at the beginning, there's a small space. It has markers. It has all the information about the hole. Do you know what we call that space?
I almost lied and said hole in one, then I'm realizing it's not.
All right. It's called the tee box. Yes, that's where you tee off. And I just want to ask you, perhaps you've seen this on TV. What club do people use to tee off?
Do they use the one with...
The one with a big head.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it that one?
Yes.
Okay.
So we in golf jargon we call it the driver, or a one wood, right? So there's 1 wood, there's 3 wood, there's 4, there's 5, there's 7. Those are the ones that I know, but I believe there's others out there.
Okay.
Right? And then the idea of golf is to basically pocket the ball in a hole.
Okay.
That hole, we call it a cup, right?
Yes.
So you pocket that ball in that cup. There's a particular club that's being used on that smooth green surface. It almost looks like a carpet. What do we call that club?
The scoop would not be a scoop.
And scoop into a cup, then we have ice cream, ladies and gentlemen.
Isn't it the one that carries it? That's why I'm saying it's a scoop.
No, so this one requires a lot of finesse. You have to be soft. It's like you're holding a baby. Your shoulders move as if you're holding a baby. It's called a putter. So you pat the ball into that cup. Right? That's quiz number 1. Right?
Are we done with the quiz?
Let's leave the quiz for now. We will proceed with the next quiz in the second segment of our show today.
Okay.
All right. So I think the one thing that we need to start talking about, let's talk about your background in sports, right? Because I'm trying to understand why have you not participated, or why have you not yet engaged with golf, right? So I'm just trying to figure out what kind of sport you actually are into, or you've actually participated with, and then from there we will take it a notch up to say, here are the similarities between the sport and golf.
Hundreds. So, first of all, enjoying the scenery, right? That tells you that I'm an outdoors person. I'm a hikist, if they call it a hikist. I love hiking. I love being in nature. I believe that's where you get centered. So the reason, I don't know if you want me to tell you why golf was not kind of an option. So golf for me, and I think for most people that are non-golfers, it's a rich man's sport. It's not for hasiman limang man that you're gonna find on the golf. Yes, so I think it's one of the reasons why hiking was then an option, because then I get to walk. I still get to. I'm very big on walking. I'm very big on that part of exercise, and I swim. I've now started also wanting to be a cyclist, so I cycle. I've got a bike with the kids because it makes it easier to enjoy the sports they enjoy. So yes, the reason why I haven't looked at golf before, it's purely because it looked like it had its own people, and at the same time, not so many women participated or kind of looked like they enjoyed the sport. It's only of late that I'm seeing females are going for it, but historically I'd be lying if I say it was a sport that was being put out there for females to kind of participate in.
Okay. No. I mean, those are valid reasons, and I have to say, it looks intimidating from the outside.
Of course.
Myself, for one, I've been doing this sport for over 22 years now. So it is quite intimidating from the outside. Golfers have that swag. They don't have to say anything. They just walk. You will realize, okay, something's happening there. This is a person.
Yeah.
You can see this is a person when they walk, right? But if I'm to highlight similarities about golf and what you do, right? So golf is more of a cardio sport because you walk quite a lot, right? And you walk carrying a bag of about 11 kilograms on your back. You get used to it over time to a point where you don't even feel the weight anymore, right? That's number one. Number two, it's an outdoor sport. It's in natural settings. As you can see, there's water, there's plants, everything is out there. It's a very serene environment, very quiet. So you can have your own thought process along that long 9-kilometer walk, right? The nice thing here is that it's more controlled. You won't find snakes, but there's courses that have snakes.
I wouldn't mind.
There's courses with snakes, there's courses with game as well. So you can play while watching zebras and springboks. See, now she's already in love with the sport. Now, to the key thing about golf. It is a family sport.
Okay.
It's very inclusive. You can play with your entire family. You can create your own four ball with your entire family to make sure that you guys share the same experience. I mean, you're spending 5 hours with your family in a setting that isn't as formal as being at home or being at work and all of that. So it helps you connect with your family and to actually turn it a notch up. As people, we believe we know each other. But I always say you will only know somebody once you've played golf with them, because it will frustrate you. You'll be upset, you'll be excited in a space of less than 10 minutes. All your emotions will start coming up, and then afterwards you'll realize, okay, there's certain things I didn't know about myself as well. So you explore yourself while playing golf. Now, for someone like you, Caesar, who is very competitive, for someone like you who is very focused in life, and someone who's a visionary, the nice thing about the sport of golf is that you meet people, you build relationships.
I like that.
It takes you forward. People, you mentioned that mentorship was one of those things that were never really put out there growing up.
Yes.
In the golf course, what I've seen is that if you were to have a chat with someone and they know where to direct you or how to shape you, they will volunteer to say, listen, I can help you with that. You get mentors here. You get people who can help you refine your business concepts, people who will drive you forward. And I think that's what everyone wants in life.
Yes. Yes.
Right? So that's my 2 cents about golf from my side. I don't know how you feel about that. Are we starting now?
Yes. No. You've mentioned things that are very close to my heart. I think then it shares the same sentiment in terms of what I would want from a sport, right? Sometimes you don't want fast-paced stuff. Sometimes you want to enjoy the daylight. You want to be present in something. And I like the fact that, sometimes we meet people, we want to get to know them, but because the buzz and everything that's happening around us puts us in a different situation or time frames and so forth. But I love the fact that the 5 hours sounds long and it feels like it's long where you're gonna like, hate and whatever. But truth of the matter, that's where you kind of invest in yourself and you invest in the person that you are stuck with for that 5 hours. You mentioned that you get angry and you get happy with the same person. Like any other relationship, I think most of us, we find escapes and then we choose to, be away. But I'm liking it already.
I like
liking
that.
it already.
I like that. And that was the whole gist of the matter, to say,
Salesman.
today, I want Caesar to see a golf course like no other.
Hey. Just that.
Somebody always told me that in order for you to understand something, experience it.
Yes.
Yeah. I think the nice thing about golf is that you can just come to the golf course and not play.
True. Just being on the clubhouse is enough. I think my only encounter was at the clubhouse, Houghton. You could feel, man. You spoke about the people that are walking there. They feel like they are there, man. They've arrived. They're somewhere. It's life without saying too much, and a lot of people can learn from that. To say just your presence without having you say you are here. And I've seen it with a lot of golfers. I think they just demand that attention without saying, hey, look at me.
Yeah.
So.
No, 100%. All right, Caesar, let's go for our break. We're just going to take a 2 to 5 minute break. And then when we come back, I will be drilling you with another quiz. Perhaps you can drill me with a quiz from any one of the sports that you like. Maybe ask me what a butterfly is.
Okay.
Or the freestyle.
Okay.
Yeah, perhaps. And then, we'll take it. And then let's engage more on this auspicious sport. I like using fancy words when I talk about golf. And I don't even know the meaning of them. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going for a 2-minute break. Make sure that you refill that ice cold glass of water. And then when we come back, I am telling you, I'm going to put Caesar on the spot so much that, she might be angry with me afterwards. I'm just kidding.
5 hours.
Invisible Inc. Consulting, your gateway to financial success. We specialise in providing the best solutions to manage your finance and accounting, ensuring a better life for you and your business. Our expert team offers top-notch accounting and tax consulting services tailored to various industries, including but not limited to engineering, medical practitioners, in construction, non-profits, events management, attorneys and financial services. Experience the power of our best analytics, backed by a commitment to our clients and a high level of knowledge. At Invisible Inc. Consulting, we strive to deliver the best service you can get, making your financial journey seamless and rewarding. Choose Invisible Inc. Consulting for a brighter financial future. Your success our priority. Please visit us at www.invisibleinc.co.za to reach us. www.invisibleinc.co.za.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it is still the one and only Tony Tone the Magician. And guess what? Guys, I wish somebody was to film this. You see, I'm speaking slowly now. To film this. Because what I'm looking at right now, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I just checked out, there's a hill here written Little Falls. And I can see it all the way from the halfway house of Eagle Canyon Golf Course. What a beauty. The water, the landscape is on another level. Let's not talk about the residential area, right? But ladies and gentlemen, I am still joined here by the one and only, listen, I know there's other ones, but this is the one and only one that I know now. Mrs. South Africa 2025 semi-finalist, Caesar Mutsunyane.
Yes.
All right, Caesar. Wow, we had a nice run in the first segment, but now, as I said, hey, I want to put you on the podium, and I want to grill you now. So you should see her face. You should see her face. Like she just scared, but we're not going to do anything funny. The only thing that I'm going to do, I would like us to jump into another quiz because I think that living here today, you need to have a clearer understanding of what you're getting yourself into when it comes to golf. All right?
Okay, I'm ready.
It's a very addictive sport to a point where sometimes I take out my club in my house and then I start swinging randomly in the kitchen, sitting room, and I break things, but unintentionally. It's not like there's chaos in the house. No.
Oh. Eyes were out there.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to our second quiz for today with Caesar, and it will be golf related. And I believe that she might have a few questions for me as well when it comes to some of the things that she loves. Maybe she'll trick me and give me a quiz, and then I can't answer certain questions. But I know, if there's anything that I know, is that when you are in a pageant, it's very. I always hear people talking about foundation, talking about mascara, talking about eyebrows, talking about pencils. I think there's different shades of pencils. Talking about contour.
Of course.
Right? So, yeah. I'm just giving you a hint that I am clued up. She will not trick me. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting our second quiz now. Caesar, this is my first question to you. If someone is to hit a ball and it comes your direction, what is the correct way to alert that particular player whom the ball is approaching?
Bird.
Okay, that's a nice try. All right, so you scream 4.
4.
4.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yep. So you scream that out loud, and everybody who can hear you,
It's ducking.
they will duck.
It sounds like bird though, ne? We like bird, everybody's looking on the sky. So.
Everybody will look up, but no one will duck if you say bird. All right. Now we're going into very, very dangerous territory.
Okay.
So, a golf course is regarded, well, most golf courses in South Africa are regarded as par 72 golf courses, meaning that in order to be even with a golf course, you need to have 72 shots, right? Just like a golf course, every single hole has its own par. So you'll find there's a par 4, par 5, par 3, meaning that you
Okay.
only hit the ball 3 times, 5 times, or 4 times in order for you to break even with the
Okay.
course, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, my question is, if you are to hit 1 shot less than, let's say you're in a par 4 and then you hit 3 shots to put your ball in the cup, what do you call that?
Don't you get disqualified for that? I mean, you don't meet the minimum criteria.
You actually exceeded
You exceeded the expectation.
because you're beating the course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, we call that a birdie. Right? You've been talking about a bird. That was your moment to shine.
So I suppose birdie.
Yes.
Okay.
So, when you hit 1 shot less, it's a birdie.
Okay.
Right? Now, counter to that, you can hit more than the required amount of shots per
Okay.
hole, right? So if you hit one shot extra, what do you think we call that one? Take a wild guess. Okay, let me give you a clue.
Give me a clue.
So, what, I don't know how much you watch movies, but John Wick, they refer to him with a particular name as well. They say he's the man you call to kill who? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we can see that Caesar doesn't really watch action movies. So, John Wick is the man you call to come and kill the bogeyman.
The boogeyman.
Yes. So, when you
Jeez.
hit one shot above par, it's called a bogey.
Oh. So, Tony, you can tell that I don't watch action movies, right?
I can tell. I saw you were like, who's John Wick, man?
No, I don't. I at all. I don't really gravitate towards nice movies. I just like nice ending.
Okay.
So that's the major thing. You can hit each other really action, but as long as
Yeah.
it's gonna be
A good
not
ending.
so painful,
Yeah.
doof, you know.
You're very emotional.
Yeah, I get intrigued and I get into it.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I watch movies where I don't have to think, and
Oh.
also I'm an overthinker.
Okay.
So that's why I select the stuff that I read,
Mm.
select the stuff that I watch.
Everything that you
And I'm not
consume.
justify why I don't watch them, but some of the actions.
No. It makes sense. It makes sense. I think you should start watching The Bogeyman. Let's start there.
So I said disqualification is a bogey.
Yeah, it's called a bogey. You can have double bogey whereby you like 2 shots more.
Okay.
There's triple bogey. You don't want to find yourself in a bogey situation.
But how often does that happen? Do people actually do you think, since it's my turn as well,
Yeah.
do you think there will be people that would be doing bogeys on the day? Or is it pros?
So let's say this, Caesar. I've played golf for 22 years. It's very difficult to get a birdie. It's very difficult to get a par.
And I know it's very difficult to get a hole in one.
That's a miracle. And it's also very difficult to get a bogey sometimes. You end up with a double bogey. That's how hectic golf is. So even professional golfers, I was actually chatting with a pro the other day, and he said, you know what? If there's anything about being in my position right now is that I have to be at my best all the time. And remember,
Yeah.
professional tournaments take 4 days, so you'll be playing for 4 days consecutively. So he says, if the first day didn't go well, I won't sleep that night because it bothers me so much. And you not sleeping, then you're killing you're burning you're frying your mind, and the following day you won't be able to play. So you need to find a way to manage your emotions when you play golf. You need to find a way to USA yourself when you play golf.
To put yourself towards yourself, pull yourself right.
Yes.
Jeez, man, I wouldn't have thought of it in that sense,
Mm.
because I mean, when they're on that green,
Yeah.
everybody just looks confident, even when things are not looking good.
Hundreds.
But I guess it requires very high self-awareness. You
Mhm.
need to know exactly your temper. Also, I can
Yes.
imagine the winning person telling you to your face, say them celebrating. They
It's
can
like,
actually,
You're a loser. No, they don't do
Yeah.
that. Golfers have that etiquette to say, you know what, we all won at the end of the day, because it's about finishing the game.
Okay.
Yes.
No, it makes sense.
Right?
If you're saying it like that, it makes sense. I can imagine when you introduced me, you said I'm highly competitive.
Yeah.
And now I'm starting to cringe already in my body. To be like, so in day one, if I already am feeling like I'm about to lose this one, do I want to come for day 2, day 3, and day 4?
No, you're basically in competition with yourself when it comes to golf. It's more about, like you said, you need to be very much self-aware. So you
Yeah.
challenge
Yeah.
yourself to put yourself in unconventional situations
Okay.
and take yourself out all intact. All right. I'm gonna ask you the last question when it comes to my quiz. Right. I'm trying to think. So, Caesar, right now I'm actually thinking while watching a hole, and you can see it's a long trail of grass, right?
Yes.
What do you think they call that grass? The green one, not the rough one. Not the rough
Yes,
surface.
this one.
Yeah, the beautiful one.
Mountain.
Oh wow. All right. Okay. That's a nice guess because it actually has a slope on it, a huge slope. It's called a fairway.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's where you land. You see, runway, fairway.
Of course, that's why my face is now glowing. 'Cause I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's where you actually take that walk and be like, you know what? I hit that ball. I will find it. I'll find it in front.
So wherever you hit it, you follow it.
You follow the ball. That's the rule of golf. Up until it gets in that hole. If it doesn't sink, you won't be done with that hole. You'll be cheating. And
So you're committed to the hole until.
yes, golf is a very serious sport, but very fun. So you have to be committed from the get-go to say, listen,
Yeah.
I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make sure that I finish it. The thing about golfers is that we are very truthful to the
Discipline.
mission. Yeah, we're very disciplined. We don't cheat ourselves. I can play alone, and I will record the correct score. Because if I don't, I will expose myself in future when I play with other people.
Sure. No, it really requires a certain level of discipline. It
100%.
requires, I don't know. You have to be humbled. It's a sport that humbles you.
100%. I couldn't agree with you more. Right? Now, it's your time to shine, Caesar. You can grill me with your quiz now.
No, it's nothing about. I mean, it's for my benefit to understand exactly what's happening on the
course,
right?
okay.
I wouldn't want to cheat myself
Hundreds.
of knowing. I mean, I want to celebrate celebratory moments when the people that buy my football are there. You know,
Yes.
I want to know exactly what's happening. So now I'm noticing that there's patches of water as well. Like there's water. What happens if the ball goes in there?
So there's water. You'll actually notice there's water, and then there's like sand pits. We call them bunkers.
Yes.
The sand pits are called bunkers. So these are basically hazards to actually incorporate a bit more challenge into the situation. I mean, you want someone to hit the ball over the water,
Oh.
right? It brings a bit of a challenge because immediately after the water, you'd find that the green is there. Now you need to be able to understand your distance to say if I hit this club, it's gonna get me there or not. But back to your question, if a ball falls in the water, you get penalized 1 shot. Yes.
Okay. That's a bummer.
because you need to drop a ball again,
Oh.
right?
So there's no way of. So what we see in some of the, I think, movies where
When they swim,
they go in, they go for it.
listen, you can do it at your own risk. Remember, nobody knows what's inside that water. It could be full of bacteria. There could be crocodiles. There could be snakes, whatever. But you can go in if you want to, considering that one golf ball is about $100 to $180. So, before you get into the golf course, you need to make sure that you know how to hit, or you understand your distances, so that when you're faced with these challenges or these obstacles, you know how to maneuver them. Sometimes you can just push it closer to the water, and then from there you jump the water.
Okay. So these obstacle courses are the ones that kind of gear you up. So
Yeah.
you have to be ready.
You need to be ready. And
So it's not just a spontaneous sport where you're like, you know what, today I think I want to blow off some steam and then I'm going there.
no, you can play. But remember, here's the thing. If mentally you're not in a good position, these things are going to cause you a lot of trouble and you won't enjoy your day. So mentally you need to be strong. You need to be available. You need to be present. I think that's the key word, being present.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes. No, if you're saying that, you've got me sold as well, because
Ouch.
I believe in presence. I
Ladies and
believe that
gentlemen,
nothing just happens.
we've got a new
You
golfer.
know, you don't jump things hoping that the next thing will come right.
Hundreds.
When you immerse yourself in where you are, you understand your surroundings,
Mm.
it will definitely give you that, that thing that you're looking for.
Protocol observed. Mm. All right. Any other question that you would like me to clarify? I mean, that golf day is close by.
Yes.
It's
No,
close by.
I want to, since we're talking about penalties and stuff,
Mhm.
what happens if somebody tries to hit the ball and they actually go for the grass?
So, when your ball, so there's a fairway, and then there's the rough. The rough is this ugly-looking bushy grass that's
No,
not
sorry,
cut,
Tony. I mean, when they hit the
Oh.
ball and it takes out.
and they dig.
Yes.
All right.
Dig it out. That.
Okay.
Is there a penalty for doing that? 'Cause
No,
I'm
no,
sure
no.
you're ruining the green.
It's not a penalty, right? So that removal of the grass is called a divot,
Okay.
right? So basically, it also has an effect on the distance and the speed that the ball will travel, right? So you can hit the ball clean, it will go the distance, right? If you hit a divot, you're taking compact sand
Yeah.
and
yeah.
pushing it with the ball. So it can either reduce your distance, or it can even affect the impact, and then your ball goes to a different direction.
Yes.
If you aren't used to playing with divots, there's people who do it regularly. It's part of that game.
Nice. No, I wanted to know that because honestly
Yeah.
speaking, for the first time that we're talking about it, I didn't even know
Yeah.
what is the impact. And my biggest thing was that I'm sure you are making other people upset because some people really nature to them.
Yeah.
They believe that, reserve it. Reserve it. It's like when we go and watch the polo.
Yes.
That's the closest that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go with our shoes, and the shoes have to be a certain chunk so that we don't. Then we go there, we go and stamp it back.
Yes.
So I just wanted to see if that's more or less.
So the same concept applies with golf, where if you are to remove any patch of grass, incidentally or intentionally, go put some sand on it so that it can allow for the roots to grow again.
Oh, okay.
When you're on the actual green where you putt, so when your ball lands on the green, because the green is softer than the fairway,
Yes.
it usually makes a divot as well. So it digs into the green. When you get there, you need to fix it. Fix that mark, level it out so that the next person finds it in a good condition.
Makes sense. Makes sense. You've got me sold. Makes sense. Because I've seen them kneeling down, fixing the grass, and I just never understood why they're
Yeah.
doing that.
It's because of the ball itself. It, for as much as it hurts when it hits you, it has the grass as well.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Any other question?
No. I think that was the only pressing one that I wanted.
Okay.
So far, so good.
All right.
Feeling a bit comfortable and warm
Mm-hmm.
to the sport.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to this day.
All right. So, I don't like sharing tips, but I'll share a tip.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing about golf. There's too many coaches in the golf course.
Okay.
Not like professional coaches, but when you play with people, we like helping each other. So if I see you doing something wrong, I'd rather say, you know what, I noticed this. Perhaps you didn't notice it. Maybe try this. But let's not do it while we're playing. Let's do it after we're done, so that I don't disturb you.
Yes.
Right?
yes.
And then there's PGA qualified professional coaches, which I believe for me it's a good start into the game, because in order for you to understand how to swing and to start playing the game, firstly there's assessments that needs to be done. Physical assessments. We've got our own physical limitations as people to say how far can our bodies go, stretching wise and all those things. So there's biokineticists as well who will help you with that process to say, okay, for you this is what would be suitable.
Yes. Yes.
And it also goes to clubs as well. When you buy clubs, you need to go for a proper fitting, because the weight, the length, everything. So golf is very detailed, very, very detailed.
So you don't just buy them anyway. You don't inherit them.
You can, but they need to be suitable to you. Certain clubs are very long, certain clubs are heavy,
Yes.
certain clubs, it will depend on your level as well of playing, right? So there's different shafts to the club. There's graphite shafts, there's flexi shafts, there's metal shafts. So the reason we go for fitting is to make sure that these shafts, they accommodate our swings. When you swing at a particular speed. It won't be the same as mine. It won't be the same as Tiger Woods, for instance. He's got a very quick swing. It has a lot of power behind it. So those things that need to be taken into consideration. But as a beginner, I would say, listen, before you get contaminated by Tony Tone telling you, do this, do that, a professional lesson, right,
Do me good.
will do you good. There's facilities around Gauteng, in Pretoria, like your World of Golf, Golf Village in Giluli, Golf Village in Centurion. They've got master classes,
Okay.
right? So even if you're not a golfer and you just want to get a taste of it, you go there, you attend the master class. They'll even give you clubs to use for the day
Yes.
and show you this is how you address a ball, this is how to hit it. Get a taste of it before you go and spend a lot of money on buying clubs, because they can be very expensive. Once you get the hang of it and you feel like, you know what, I'm ready, go to the pro shop, go to any other merchant that sells clubs. Start with second-hand clubs that are
Okay.
suitable for you. Instead of splashing 15k, splash 2k for clubs. It's not a bad investment because they will last you for years as well,
Yeah.
right? Unlike spending 15k, you come back, you're like, I don't like this anymore.
Very expensive hobby there. Imagine coming back home and saying, nah, I've changed my mind.
No, if somebody's to do that in my household, you know what I would do? You don't want to know. I will say, no, it's fine. Go use them. Pay for rent somewhere else. I'm just kidding.
No, wow. You know what you've shared. It's something that, honestly, I would hear people saying, I'm going for golf. I've never heard someone saying, I went for an assessment. And it's some of the things that we take for granted.
100%.
If your body is not cut out for a certain sport, then don't do it because you're going to add more, you know? And that is why we often see people that are into the sport, loving it and showing up. It's
100%.
because they are fully fit for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, this has also sparked something inside of me.
But you know what the nice thing about golf is? Regardless of your age, regardless of your body type, body size, how strong you are, anyone can play the sport. I think the most important thing is just a matter of saying what works for you as an individual.
Yes.
We all have different swings. I mean, there's no one particular way of doing things when it comes to golf. I've played with people and I look at them, I'm like, what did I just see? But they know what they do.
Yeah,
And it works for
yeah.
them. So I think that the key thing is obviously to reduce any chances of being injured, go for those assessments. Then they will tell you, listen, your body can only take in so much. Do not exert more than that.
Where do golfers train?
So, if you were to look right here on the course, you saw
Yes,
markers
yes.
50, 100, 150, 200.
Yes.
We call that the driving range, right? Driving range is where you practice your clubs and your driver and your woods, right? So those markers is distance markers to say you're hitting the ball 200 meters, 150 meters, so on and so on.
So that's the training pitch.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll take you there so that you see it, and then you can also see somebody actually getting lessons. You will see what kind of stuff or the drills that they go into.
Okay. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense because, I mean, where else are you going to learn how to do it? It's not like you're going to do it in your residential areas, right?
You can.
Do people do that?
You know, there's small apparatus that are being sold at your retail stores where you can buy a net, right? A net, you erect the net in your backyard and then you just hit balls against that net. So
Okay.
it helps you get into the groove of things,
Of the swing and stuff.
of the swing, yeah,
Okay.
because you're trying to retain muscle memory as much
Yes,
as possible so
yes.
that when you get in the actual course, all is well.
Okay. So even those small, I think there's restaurants now that are big in their establishments. They do have those golf spaces. I think there's one in Fendale.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a golf site. It's not
Okay.
with the green like that.
Yeah.
But I guess they do that because it's quite a big space and you have those small balls with the kids.
Yeah. What better
Okay.
way to spend time with your family?
Tell me about
Everything
it.
is
eh?
here.
Tell me
There's
about
food,
it.
there's drinks, there's fun. Some golf facilities also have kiddie section.
Of course. I mean,
Right.
that's what Tartan offers. They
Mm.
tell you that we've got, after school, you can bring your kids, they can sit there.
You see?
So it's one of those things. No, man, you've gotten me sold.
And
You've
wait,
gotten me sold.
Kastswana bare tloga tloga e tlogagale, meaning that train them while they're young.
Yes.
Le
Ligotshwa
ojwa le sa le
lisema-
metsi.
ligotshwa lisemanzi.
Ewe, akukhuluma isiZulu mara ke into one, you know?
It's the same thing.
Yeah, le ojwa le sa le metsi, le
It's the
gotshwa.
same thing.
Okay, no, that's beautiful. So I think the environment itself is very accommodating,
Yeah.
very inclusive. You can do the things that you love while you're with your loved ones and having fun with them.
100%. I'm intrigued. I think
We've got a golfer.
I'm understanding now the dynamics of golf that I
Mhm.
didn't, but I'm very happy that we've had this discussion.
100%.
And it's always nice to understand, especially as someone that's going to be there.
Yes.
Say, this is that. And I'm now looking forward to, visiting those places where they offer the master classes, just to get a feel of it, because
Hundreds.
you see the level of discipline, the level of responsibility of how some of the golfers are.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the setting about them.
Yeah.
It's almost like, listen, I understand myself. I
Mm.
understand what needs to be done.
Yeah.
So yeah. So today you've removed a stereotype. I hope
Hallelujah.
you are proud of yourself.
No, I am excited. Whenever someone says, you know what, I want to check this thing out, I get excited because I think it's for us as people to actually
Yes.
keep the community growing.
Yes.
And it's for us to make sure that we take our our learnings from the golf courses and we take it back home and say, listen, I saw this today. Why don't we all try it, for instance? All right?
True.
100%. Now, Caesar, we have reached the end of our segment, but like I said, I want to take you to the driving range just for a few minutes, see what's happening there.
Yes.
But before we go there, I need you to do something. It's a big favor, a big ask from me to say, please, can you reiterate to the audience how they get hold of you in order to buy these 4 balls? That's number 1. Number 2, you are involved in a lot of things.
Yes.
And if there's anything that's common in everything that we find ourselves doing, it's fear. And I think it's fear of the unknown. So I'm going to ask you to please share a few tips or 2 cents worth with our audience to say how does one overcome a particular fear. It doesn't have to be necessarily related to golf, but I think in general to say, how do you as a person with intent to do something, but you have that fear of the unknown, how do you overcome that fear and make sure that you come out victorious out of whatever situation?
First of all, I think fear, we get paralyzed by fear because of the outcome we're waiting for, right?
Yeah.
And I often say, because I'm not a person that is so fixated on perfection,
Yeah.
fixated on I want things to happen this way, I then can only say, remove the outcome,
Yeah.
start with the little move.
100%.
Remove the outcome. Stop trying to figure it out.
Mm.
From a Christian level, we always say, well, let God do it.
Yeah.
But also from a logic level, if your expectations are too high, you'll also be disappointed.
Yes.
So fear stems from not wanting to be disappointed. Fear stems from not being sure.
100%.
So the first thing that I would say is that remove the outcome. Don't get fixated on the outcome.
Yeah.
Because if I was personally, if I was fixated on the outcome, believe you me, I'd have 1,000 reasons why I will not be a semi-finalist. I will have 1,000 reasons why I will not even progress to be a finalist as well as wear the crown one day.
Yeah.
Because I've removed the outcome to say, let me enjoy the journey.
True.
If you sit, let's take it to golf. If you sit so fixated on, all I want is just to get it in
The whole.
the hole, you're going to miss the experience of during.
Yeah.
You're going to
True.
miss the experience of the people that you meet, the experience of, the first try, the second try, the experience of putting it and having it on your belt.
Yeah.
So fear paralyzes because we are outcomes driven. You don't approach certain people because you fear they'll say no.
Yes.
Not that they've said no before, not that you know anything about them, but you just have this thing with what if they say no? But
Yeah.
the real thing is what if they say yes?
That's true.
What if I reach out and it actually works
It
out
works
the way
out.
it's supposed to?
True.
So it's actually quite tricky. So remove the outcomes from the beginning to say,
go with the flow.
if they say no, I would have done it anyway. They say now, go in the streets, shoot your shot.
Go
Because
for
if you
it.
shoot your shot, the worst that could happen is that you
It's
miss
just a
it.
rejection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you didn't shoot your shot, you'll still be wondering what would happen if I did. So, yeah.
Awesome.
And then how do people get hold of me again? I'm on Instagram. I'm still trying to go into TikTok. I've registered. I've got a small following on TikTok.
That's beautiful.
So I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Facebook. Yes, and it's Caesar Motswenyani. It's CZAR Motswenyani. On all these 3 platforms.
Okay.
To get a 4 ball, you have to contact me.
Yeah.
You can send me a DM. You can send me, the things they do on TikTok. You can just alert me to say I'm interested. You can speak to the team
Yeah.
to just tell them to reach out to me to say you're interested in buying a 4 ball or water hole. And I mean, we'll make this work.
100%. 100%. I like that. And once again, thank you, Caesar, for making it out here. Thank you to your family for affording us the time. Time is very expensive.
Of course.
And I think the best thing we can do is be grateful for the time that you've spent with us today. And I have to say, from Balls and Tees, we're rooting for you.
Thank
Go all
you.
the way.
Thank you.
Don't think about the outcome. Enjoy yourself. Go with the flow. Like you said, shoot your shot. You're already at the semi-finalists, and I believe that we will see you at the end of the tunnel.
100%.
Like there's light, They say there's light at the end of the tunnel. That's where we will meet.
Of course.
100%. So, ladies and gentlemen, there we are, the one and only Tony Tone, the magician, the boy with a lot of flair. And yes, I am a classic man. I am signing out from Eagle Canyon Golf Estate right here in Gauteng. What a beauty. One day I'm going to play this golf course, and this golf course is going to chow me. I can see it. I'm out.